Hey everyone, Raphael here with the rookie street stock at Concord Speedway. We're using a 12-to-1 ratio plus 4 on the offsets, 56% on the brake bias. Track state 25%. Time of day afternoon in the fall. It is overcast, 66 degrees, so you can see the track temperature only 5 degrees warmer, so a lot of grip here on this racetrack. Basically, our fastest lap was lap 6 at a 16.78, but we also ran that on lap 2 and lap 7, so basically 16.7s for several laps. 16.8s all the way to lap 17, and then even lap 20 was a 16.95. So only, less than 2 tenths to fall off the entire run. Basically, this week is really not about protecting tires. It's about just being as aggressive as possible and hitting your marks over and over. So let's take a look at these first couple laps and what to expect of this unique little racetrack. All right, so here we take off pit road. And this racetrack, very, very unique racetrack here. Kind of like a small Phoenix, just in the shape, but really not at all in the way that it drives. So we're going to take a look at these first, just lap one is just going to be to get some heat in the tires and just see how much grip there is and just kind of get a good bearing of overall how to drive the racetrack. And then lap two, we're going to go for it. So as we come here for turn three, we're going to lift early, get a really nice arc, and then back on the throttle aggressively, coming to take the white flag. And then you can see basically turn one is just very short turn, a little bit of brake, and then right back on the throttle aggressively down to the yellow line. And then off of turn two, or turn one right there, rather, essentially, I guess you can call this one and two. However it's called. You can call this one, you can call the kink two, but basically we'll just call this one and two. Off of turn two here, basically, you're going to go to the middle of the racetrack. You're not going to take it all the way to the wall here because you just don't really have enough grip to bring it back down through the kink right here. You want to be wide open through here. On the bottom, it's just the shortest way around and the most grip. And then you're going to want to give it a big arc for turn three. Turn three is really the toughest corner here, three and four. It's just the flattest corner, but it is very wide, so you just gotta be careful to get that entry correct right there. And then once the car settles down, you can go wide open, and then very, very wide entry right there, very wide exit rather. You can get on the throttle, make sure you get in the throttle low in the corner, and then use the whole racetrack as you come here towards the wall for to completing the hot lap right there of 16.78. And I'm gonna play here fastest lap of the run, almost identical lap time. I'll just let it play at speed and walk and talk right through it basically. So for turn one, a little bit of brake, and then right back on the throttle, stay in the middle of the racetrack, hit the kink here wide open, and give it a big arc for turn three, on the brakes a little bit, and then aim it for the bottom, and then right when you hit that yellow line, boom, back wide open, and bring it back to the line, 16.784. A lot of happening here over the course of a lap. And now back here in the data pack, we go to video and telemetry, and then on laps here, we're going to take it to lap 20, and again, this is basically less than 2 tenths of fall off. The car is gonna drive identical almost the whole run, and you can just be super aggressive. You can really kind of try to slide the car, but it just won't slide all that much. So the point is just see how aggressive you can be and how much lap time you can squeeze out of this race car. Now, without a doubt, all these quirky corners means the bottom line is going to be dominant here. Just because, you're essentially right where you want to be as far as off of turn two here and through the kink. And then you can give it a nice wide arc even when you're side by side for turn three. So the bottom lane is just going to have at least a 2 tenth advantage over the driver on the outside. And even though the track is actually fairly wide, the groove just isn't. So when you're on the high side here, all you're trying to do is just survive. You can just go wide open here, no problem. Through. I'm gonna rewind here because it just froze right there. But basically, yeah, just wide open all through here. And then three and four feels very awkward here in the second groove because it just feels like you completely blew the corner. But you can see, I run a good lap there. I got on the throttle as aggressive as I could. Plenty of grip, but just 2 tenths slower. So all you can do is just try to find a hole and get right back down to the bottom. Now here in our driving stats, we're going to hit C video. And then on the laps here, we're going to compare. We'll do the fastest lap, which was that later lap that I showed. It's almost identical to lap 2, and then we're going to compare that one to lap 20. So again, the inputs are going to be almost identical, and they are. You can see throttle trace, brake, almost everything is almost the same, and then here we go through the corners. You see the difference is basically tenths of a mile an hour, maybe 1 mile per hour. Um, And then you can see again through the kink a little bit over a mile per hour, and then here in 3 and 4 maybe the biggest difference. Not even, I mean just a mile an hour difference in the center. So again, it's just this week. There's a lot of weeks where the track is hot, the track is slick, and it's about car control and putting the car in the right place. Here, it's about putting the car in the right place, but it's about being as aggressive as possible. It's just close to a night setting as you're going to get, pretty much with the sun out, with all these clouds and just the cold track. So be as aggressive as possible, and just remember, um, the track has basically 3 different sets of corners, um, and and just again aggression, aggression, aggression. Hit those marks, and you'll be good. Quick reminder that we offer one-on-one coaching here on VRS.